The film begins with City and her daughter Laila, who both work as morticians. They are currently preparing a deceased woman's body, but Laila feels very scared. The woman's body has strange and terrifying cuts, including a deep wound on her face, and her torso is severely damaged. As they pour water over the body, something strange happens. The woman's eyes suddenly open. The scene then cuts to an earlier time. City and her friends are at Mrs. Aida's house for her son's birthday party. All of City's friends are present, and most of them look troubled because their husbands have left them, except for Terry, who is unmarried. During the party, City remains quiet, and on the way back home, Laila complains about their mortuary work. She wants to become a makeup artist. City explains that their job is respectable and not everyone can do it. At home, City starts to pray. She has been feeling unusually scared lately. During her prayer, she senses a spirit praying behind her, which frightens her. Suddenly, an announcement is made in the village. Mrs. Aida has passed away. City quickly prepares and goes to wash Mrs. Aida's body, while Laila stays at home. At Mrs. Aida's house, City sees that the body is in terrible condition, as if someone had violently attacked her. There are bloodstains all over the body, the clothes, the bed sheets, and the floor. After preparing the body, City returns home. Laila and her son Arif are trying to control a roof leak. Laila notices that City seems disturbed. City is burning Aida's clothes and tells Laila that belongings of the dead should be burned. Laila agrees and offers to finish the task. While burning the clothes, Laila finds a torn photo that includes her mother City. Strange things begin to happen at home. One night, while lying on the bed, City thinks Laila has come to lie next to her and asks if she locked the door. When she turns, no one is there. This frightens her. Laila comes in and asks what happened, but City hides the truth. Later in the bathroom, City sees a ghostly version of herself in the mirror and screams. That night, a terrifying shadow appears in the room. City wakes up sensing it, but before she can react, the entity strangles her. The scene cuts, and in the morning, Laila finds City dead, surrounded by blood. With no other morticians in the village, Laila must now wash her mother's body. Although heartbroken, she proceeds. As soon as she pours water over City, her mother's eyes suddenly open. Laila remains calm and tells her mother to accept her death and close her eyes. When she pours water again, City's mouth opens. She then finds a sharp wire piece in City's mouth, which she keeps. After the funeral, Laila is unable to burn her mother's belongings. Instead, she washes them and decides to keep them. Meanwhile, Arif tries to summon his mother through spiritual rituals. One day, City's friends visit and find Laila lying on the same blood-stained bed where City died. Before they can question her, Laila quickly sends them away. The friends realize that City's death might not be natural. Terry suspects both Aida and City died due to a curse, as bloodstains were found on their bedsheets before their deaths. As they discuss, Terry accidentally cuts her finger with a scale. That night, a prayer is held for City's soul. During the prayer, Laila sees the spirits of City and Aida. Suddenly, the lights go out and she screams. The leader calms everyone and asks for candles. When the candles are lit and prayers resume, the lights return. Laila sees another ghost, the friend of her mother who is still alive. She becomes terrified, realizing this woman might be the next to die. Back home, City's ghost continues to haunt Laila. She sees her mother praying, even though she knows City is dead. To ease her fear, Laila begins to pray too. As she stands to pray, something sharp pierces her foot. It is the same wire piece found earlier in City's mouth. While examining it, a spirit covers her mouth from behind, preventing her from screaming. The scene cuts to the same woman, Anna, whose ghost Laila saw earlier. She is chatting with her son when suddenly, she hears the wardrobe opening. She goes there to check, but nobody is there. When she tries to open the cupboard, it doesn't open, as if it's jammed. She leaves it and starts to walk away, but suddenly the cupboard opens on its own. This feels strange to Anna, and even her son sitting outside notices it. As she opens the wardrobe and moves some clothes aside to see better, two scary hands suddenly appear and grab her neck, strangling her to death. Her son witnesses her painful death and sees blood coming from her mouth. Her death is exactly like that of City and Aida. Hearing 3 deaths in 3 days, the police arrive. All 3 women were close friends. The police believe there's a hidden truth behind their deaths that must be investigated. But Anna's son refuses any kind of investigation. He says he saw everything with his own eyes and there's nothing abnormal to report. He simply requests that someone from the village bring Laila to bathe his mother's body before burial. At the same time, Laila is asleep at home and doesn't want to go wash Anna's body, even though many people have come to call her. When her friend also comes to pick her up, she refuses angrily and lies down on her bed. That's when she sees the ghost of the recently deceased Anna, who is shouting for help. Hearing her voice, Laila opens her eyes and she sees her terrifying ghost. There's a knock on the door. It's her brother Arif, who tells her that Anna's son has come to take her. This time, Laila agrees to go with him. As she prepares to wash the body, she notices strange red and blue bruises that make the corpse look terrifying. When she pours water on the body for the first time, the corpse suddenly sits up and starts hitting its own stomach. Laila is terribly frightened. She lays the body down again and notices a sharp wire sticking out of the belly. The same kind of wire she saw in her mother's mouth. As she pulls it out, she is deeply disturbed. She sets it aside and continues washing the body, which keeps opening its eyes again and again. After finishing the washing, Laila keeps hearing the woman's voice in her ears, shouting for help. From what she sees and experiences, she begins to sense a connection behind all 3 deaths. The next day, she visits Anna's son and shares her thoughts. He also admits that the deaths were not normal. He tells her that when his mother opened the cupboard, 2 hands came out. She had shouted Noor, which clearly hints that Noor is connected to the deaths. He shows Laila a photo in which all the ladies, City's friends and Noor, are present. Laila starts to believe Noor is linked to these deaths. But how can that be when Noor is already dead? To find answers, Laila digs up Mrs. Aida's grave, the first one who died and whom City had washed. Inside, she finds the same kind of sharp wire in her foot, just like the one in her mother's mouth and the other woman's stomach. This confirms that Mrs. Aida also died in the same way, and Noor is somehow involved. While Laila is still thinking, she suddenly feels surrounded by many corpses that start to frighten her. Scared, she runs away without closing Aida's grave. By morning, the whole village learns that someone desecrated Mrs. Aida's grave. In the morning, Laila is seen at Mrs. Aida's house. She's looking for evidence to confirm whether Noor is truly behind all of this, and if so, how Noor is connected. She finds pictures where Noor is standing with them in a group. Just then, Terry arrives. Laila starts asking Terry about Noor, but Terry suddenly begins to scream and scratch her face. She tells Laila that Noor is evil and warns not to think about her. Saying this, she vanishes. The next moment, Terry appears again, but this time she seems unaware of what just happened earlier. This implies that the Terry seen before is either Layla's mother or perhaps a ghost. At home, Layla's brother finds a tool under her bed. This is the same tool Laila used to dig up the grave. He asks if she did this, and when she nods, he scolds her and says she should not have done it. Laila then shows him a piece of wire she just pulled from Mrs. Aida's grave. She explains that a similar wire piece was found in City's mouth and in the stomach of Aida. This suggests a connection among the 3. All the deaths seem to be linked. She now strongly believes that all these deaths are due to some sort of debt. Side Terry secretly listens to everything. She then spreads this information in the village as her own story. This causes all the women in the village to become frightened, believing that the deaths are caused by a curse and all relate back to Noor. The villagers reveal that Noor, after losing her husband, began attracting other men in the village. This caused jealousy among the women, who eventually expelled her. Layla's friend Rika tells the women that it wasn't Noor's fault if the men pursued her, it was the men who were wrong. When Laila learns the rumor about the curse has spread, She confronts Terry in anger, blaming her for spreading fear. During their argument, a police officer arrives and advises Laila not to associate the deaths with Noor, as she died years ago. However, he admits that the deaths are suspicious and urges Laila to report any new findings. Later, Terry shows signs of possession, sometimes acting like Noor or the deceased women. She claims that all the women falsely accused her of seducing their husbands. Laila notices the accusations continue even after death. When Terry recovers, Laila returns home and starts collecting Noor's pictures and pieces of wire found near the bodies. Her brother worries and asks her to stop. Laila refuses, believing someone murdered their mother, and she's determined to find the truth. That night, a shadowy figure, the same one that killed City and the others, appears and strangles Laila to death. Her funeral takes place, but suddenly she awakens inside her grave, revealing it was all a nightmare. Terrified, she runs to Rika's house and finds photos of the deceased women hidden under broken tiles. These photos are tied with hair, as if used in a ritual. From this, Laila realizes that Rika is actually Noor's daughter. She rushes to warn Terry. Meanwhile, Terry becomes possessed by Noor's soul and is killed in the same brutal way, strangled and pierced with a sharp wire. It becomes clear that Noor's soul is behind the killings, leaving wire fragments in the bodies as a signature, symbolizing the way she was tortured. When Laila reaches Terry's house, she sees the ghosts of all the murdered women. She even sees the ghost of Terry, recently dead, indicating that the deaths are ongoing. Laila runs away but comes back for the bath. As she approaches the body, it rises and a long wire emerges. Laila sees the ghosts of all dead women. Laila starts hallucinating, believing the wire is wrapping around her. She collapses in pain. When police arrive, they find her lying on the floor, but she quickly recovers as if nothing happened. The whole neighborhood gathers and Rika arrives. Laila accuses her of causing the women's deaths. Rika embraces her and says the blame lies with the ones who wronged her mother, not with Laila. Then she walks away. Laila does not even understand what she just said. After Rika left, the other women begin suffering in pain, as if cursed. They realize everything happening is because of Rika. In anger, they drag Rika out of her house by her hair. Rika shouts that all of this is revenge for what they did to her mother. Flashbacks reveal the truth. Noor was tortured by the village women because their husbands were drawn to her. Instead of blaming their unfaithful husbands, they blamed Noor, tied her with sharp wires and abused her. Among those leading the attack were City's mother Aida and the other women now dead. This is why Noor's soul leaves wire pieces with each murder, because she was killed the same way. Back in the present, Rika says she couldn't avenge her mother, but her mother has done it herself from beyond the grave. Enraged, the women attack Rika again. Laila watches in horror. Her mother's spirit appears, telling her to stop everything. Laila realizes the violence must end. She tries to intervene, but the women turn on her too. Laila's brother steps in to save her but dies after being struck on the head. His death shocks the women, making them realize the gravity of their actions. But it is too late. Soon after, Rika also dies. Laila, left alone, mourns both her friend and her brother. In the final scene, Laila is shown doing her job, washing dead bodies. While preparing a corpse, she finds a pin and realizes that this woman too was cursed. Rika, like her mother, continues to seek vengeance through death. Pins were the same objects used to kill Rika, now being used as marks on the victims. And with this realization, the movie ends. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We keep bringing such content regularly. Peace.